Oh, hello. Here we are in Turtle Audio again, and I'm in my zero period classroom. You can see what time it is here. Today we're going to make a dance groove, and there's a few parameters that I want you to follow at first, and then you can go nuts and make whatever you want. But in the end, you're going to end up with something that looks a little like this screenshot here, where we have 4 squares. And these squares represent 1 bar of music, and each of these bars of music have 4 beats. And I'm going to ask you to everybody's going to begin with 4 on the floor. So let's talk about what that is. And with Turtle Audio, whenever you make a new scene here, you need to delete what is this T. This is kind of like the default creation here. So I'm going to delete this line. Notice right now I'm in the sound tab. I'm going to delete the line, and we're going to need to make a new line later. That's what those boxes were. And then we're going to go under paint and clear the notes here. Okay, so now we're going to go to make a new line, make one of these squares, and let's do 4 on the floor. So I'm going to click once and anywhere in this grid. And I'm going to type in my rule, and on this rule I'm going to start with the parentheses, and we're going to move to the right. So we start with the direction, and then we're going to say we want to move 4 steps, and then close that parentheses, and then it's asking here, we're expecting a digit. So how many times do I want to move to the right? 4 times. I want to do that 4 times. And then we have here a little line that again represents a bar, and each side represents a beat. And when I say 4 on the floor, we want to put 4 kick drums on each corner here at the beginning of each beat. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay, so let's go click on drums. When you're under sound, by default we have a synth that is selected, so we need to create drums. And then we're going to paint in kick drums, and the kicks are usually on these notes right here. Right, so it's like every time you see these 3 up top where the black keys are, on this, let's see. Oh no, it's actually, so I think it's actually a C note. So on the keyboard, it's actually on all these C notes. So I'm going to do a house kick. So I'll select a house kick. You can do any kick you want though, and paint them on each corner, 4 on the floor. If your little if the playhead here, the circle is on one of the corners, you won't see it when you first click on it, but it's there. And now if I play this, and hopefully you can see this, let me give my 0 period. Shh. Thank you. You guys, so responsive. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Okay, there is 4 on the floor. We're going at 120 beats per minute, and that is awesome. So I'm gonna stop this. Well, actually, let's keep it going. And let's go ahead and start making some new lines, because remember, we're going to end up with 4 tracks here. 2 of them are going to be bass. There we go. Oh, interesting, when I switched tabs it got kind of messed up. So we're going to make 2 drum tracks here and 2 bass tracks. So I'm going to go back to my new line tool here. Click next to it to create a new line. And we're going to go and call this... we do the rule, right? Call it anything. We move to the right, RM, 4 squares. We're going to do that 4 times. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. Control C, create a new line, paste, Control V, create a new line, paste, Control V. So now I have my 4 tracks. Next thing I want to do is create another track here with a snare. So I'm going to select this second track. Let's hit play. Okay, awesome. With dance music, I'm already grooving. I've been trained my entire life to dance to this beat here, 4 on the floor. Let's select the drums here, and I'm going to paint a snare this time. So let's stick with the house style music, and I'm going to choose a house snare, and I will put the snare in the corners. Awesome. This is sounding kind of loud to me, so I'm going to turn the volume of the snare down 1 click. Awesome. So this kind of sounds like a dance beat to me. This is kind of cool. That's all you need for drums, bass, and snare. But one cool addition that you might want to try is a open hi-hat. And that will create that. Okay, so we're going to go and paint in a hi-hat. I'm going to try house hat 2. And it's going to go in the middle of the 4 on the floors here. There we go. Oh, that's it. Boom. Okay. Okay, I'm spitting out fire here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this other line, and we need to make a bass line here. So to create a bass, I'm going to select the oscillator. So first, keep on the synth. There's no bass setting. We have to kind of create a low bass. So we're going to create a synth. That's a tri. And we're going to turn the octave down. You can experiment with any of these other parameters here, but just turn the octave down. And I'm going to paint in some notes. I'll do F. I'm going to turn the volume up. Okay. Awesome. That's the bass right there. Or do you want the bass to be more driving? Maybe I paint experiment with placing things in different spots. But that sounds like a pretty cool bass line. You might even want to try and add a note that's around it on the keyboard. So if it was an F to begin with, I'm going to do a G here. And now it's like, well, maybe that doesn't sound right. Maybe I want to go lower. No, that's definitely not it. That's wrong, Z-Barth. Yeah. Okay. And then what you do on the melody is up to you. So just keep going, but I just want you to use something that's not a low octave. So turn the octave, oh, whoops. You're going to select your different line. Turn the octave up 1 or 2 clicks. Maybe we'll try a square. I'm just going to do something random here. But I'm going to keep either a F or a D. So I'm going to go grab this F4. Find a D. Boom. Give me $100 for this beat right now. Another thing you might want to try is the pan. You can't hear it on here, but when you turn pan to the right, this needs to go down. It will play out of just one ear. So for you people who have a lot of instruments going on, one way to separate those instruments is to change the pan of them. So that's awesome. That's your dance groove. I hope that you do not make one just like mine, and I will make you do it over again if you do. But definitely play around with where you place the bass notes and create a fun little melody and give me some variety. And that's all I ask. So I hope you had fun with this. I know I did. Later.